Hello, welcome. This is indeed my time to say that we actually have got the game on the way. We are jumping into the draft of the best of three for the winners bracket finals of the Art White Festival. Relax, you are doing fine. You're going up against Power Rangers, one of the highlights of this tournament for sure, as both of these teams have given us some incredible games to watch. Let's hope it is going to continue. For this series, I'm not by myself. I am joined by Rickemont. Welcome back.
Good to be back, Shaver. Been an interesting tournament so far.
Yeah.
Both teams had some opposition. They didn't have a completely smooth route to this position, but they obviously are two of the strongest teams in the competition. We'll see what Power Rangers and Relax doing. Relax coming off a pretty tough loss, actually, in a different tournament. The Dota 2.ru tournament, they lost to a team called The Puck, which I was not previously acquainted with.
I haven't heard of them either. Maybe there's some players that I would know, but yeah, not a known team, which is normally pretty hard for morale. Like, okay, you can lose games. It happens. It happens often. I mean, it happens to every team. But if it's to a not so well-known team, then it can definitely put a dent in your morale. I hope that for this series, Relax can find themselves a bit back. How do you say that? Yeah, find themselves a bit again. They have been having a good run, though. And maybe, I mean, maybe they also didn't know The Puck. That could be something.
Yeah,
and now they're up against a team that they definitely do know.
Yes. I don't know how many times these teams have faced each other, but they certainly are familiar with each other's playstyle, familiar with what they go for. Power Rangers here securing up that Invoker. This is a hero that this team plays with a ton. Interestingly, ZXC is not here still, so it's still Scandal standing in.
Well, previous time I believe it was Moon missing, and ZXC was playing the carry role.
Yeah.
And, well, that didn't really go that well, even though they did win in the end. But I indeed find it very interesting because, yeah, ZXC plays an amazing Invoker. I have not seen Scandal playing Invoker that often, to be honest. I know that he plays it sometimes, but I more like see him as a Templar Assassin or, you know, something hyper-aggressive. And Invoker is just not, like, he can be aggressive for sure, but it's not the same kind of aggression.
I guess so. I think Scandal's definitely, I mean, I don't know how much he's practiced the hero, but I'm sure he's familiar enough with it.
Oh yeah.
Certainly not as much as he is with Templar Assassin, which is his avatar, but I mean, you can't play TA every game. It's a less versatile pick than Invoker is. And
to be honest, I mean, they wouldn't pick it as a first pick if they didn't know for sure that he could actually play it. At least I hope not for his sake. You know, that would be a bit of a painful moment. Why did you pick Invoker first? Can't play him. Yeah, that would be...
I've never played this hero. He has... I don't understand. None of his spells do anything. What is this? He's got 2 empty slots?
That feel.
What?
I know that feel. I know that. I was there. When I played him in Dota 1, it's like, screw this hero. I can do things with balls, but they don't do anything. And oh, it was so annoying. First time I played him. I never played him again after that either. As in, not in Dota 1 anyways. I just gave up.
True thing is to play no Invoker. Just pure stats and like auto attack items. And just use the balls for attack speed.
I am totally messing up this draft, by the way.
I'm sorry. It's a pretty standardish draft. I mean, Ember Spirit first ban is pretty standard these days. Clockwork is a hero you don't usually see first banned, but maybe something that Relax don't want to play against. It was one of the heroes used against them very effectively by The Puck, so perhaps they don't want to see it again. And Visage Luna, extremely standard. I mean, Luna does a lot of damage. Visage does a lot of damage when other people do a lot of damage. So, high damage composition. For Power Rangers, Invoker, versatility, Nature's Prophet, push. Nothing tremendously enlightening so far, except for the fact that Relax are taking a very long time to decide their 4th ban.
Yeah, which is interesting because they've got like a ban and a pick straight after, so hopefully once they ban they also know who to pick. But ending up removing the Crystal Maiden, I mean, I guess it was a discussion like which support do you want to remove from the pool? Obviously Power Ranger does not have a support just yet, so it's cores and supports that you want to remove. Doom picked up by Relax. Now, you mentioned Doom in the previous game. That they were up against the Doom, right? They lost against the Doom? Relax, that is?
Yes. Yes, they did. They did lose against the Doom.
Maybe they want to try and have at it of their own. Wow, my English is really crappy, but yeah. Well,
Doom is very obviously Doom is an extremely strong hero. I think one of the strongest heroes in this version. He's also very good against Invoker. Usually, your Invoker wants to build things, like Sheet, like Scythe of Ice, like move speed, and having to take a detour into a potential Linken's is a pretty substantial, departure from the way that Invoker wants to build.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it will sort of force Invoker into this item build that he might not have that much fun with. And Doom will still be able to Doom people like Nature's Prophet. Even Earthshaker can be a good Doom target sometimes, depending. Interesting pick by Power Rangers with the Vengeful Spirit. They don't really have any auto-attack heroes drafted so far, so the VS Vengeance Aura might not do too much. In fact, if they want to get kind of next level, this could be a decent game for Venge Carry.
I would actually like that a lot. I like Vengeful Spirit as a carry. As a Templar Assassin last, I mean, for Relax, I kind of like their lineup as well. It's very straightforward. And yeah, Venge carry! Oh my god!
Well, or Witch Doctor carry.
No.
I'm just kidding. That's
nice try.
Called it.
Yeah, you did. I have to say, I mean, our advocacy, whatever the word is already successful. But this is just to reinforce people's opinions. Power Rangers just is fun to watch. No matter what kind of heroes they play, or at least, they make us watch Vengeful Spirit carry. I like it. I like it a lot. I hope for them that it works out. I mean, it's pretty nice. They've got 3 disables on the lane, assuming that it is going to be a tri-lane. And that's going to be pretty painful if it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane, which it could be potentially. I mean, Vengeful Spirit does have a fairly short range, so it might be tricky. But then Luna cannot get too close in range, because the moment that one stun goes off, every stun goes off. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they have the triple stun tri-lane. It's very, very dangerous. And let's talk about Witch Doctor a bit, I guess.
Making a comeback in the Captain's Draft.
In the what?
Captain's Draft. The first Captain's Draft game that was played for the cinema thing. There were a lot of Witch Doctors in there, very successful ones as well.
Yeah, I actually think that the CD tournament is gonna reveal the fact that these teams have to sort of play with these heroes is going to reveal that a lot of them are stronger than maybe people previously anticipated. And we already have a pretty open metagame, but
yeah,
I think it's going to open up even more. Yeah. So AUI 2000 had an interview with 2P the other day in which he says that Witch Doctor is one of the heroes that is the strongest that's not picked at all, basically, in his opinion, because of his strength in this sort of 3v3 laning configuration. Because the hero really is a monster for 3v3 laning. The Paralyzing Cask is at its greatest effect when, there's heroes that it can continuously bounce between rather than just hitting creeps.
Yeah.
The Voodoo Restoration is stronger the more people it hits, obviously, because it's already a pretty mana-efficient heal with one other hero, if it just hits you, but it's extremely mana-efficient if you can hit 3 people at the same time. And, of course, Maledict has that great burst potential. So I don't know. I mean, I think the hero... Oh, not to mention, he has one of the highest base damage values for any intelligence hero in great range, so...
Really?
Yeah, it's 56 friggin' damage, dude. It's crazy. It's
that's why I'm normally so annoyed.
Of intelligence heroes.
Because I'm normally very annoyed when I find him against my lane in just pubs. Purely because he's such a decent harasser, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
he's got 600
high
range. And he does 56 damage. It's actually insane.
That is insane. Is it gonna be an aggressive tri-lane though? And if so, is it gonna be, because Relax, they have got a lineup that could potentially be an aggressive tri-lane for themselves. Put Doom on the safe lane, put an aggressive tri-lane with Luna, Visage, and Disruptor. Could work out as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Power Rangers, I definitely want to play as aggressively as possible. So I want to try to get the 3v3 matchup. I've got this incredibly excellent 3v3 tri-lane with the Venge, the ES, the Witch Doctor, colossal amount of stuns, ability to miss position, and it's against a Disruptor. What does Disruptor do?
Kinetic Field.
Yeah, that's true. He can definitely Kinetic Field. I mean, Visage obviously an amazing 3v3 hero as well. So it's not like it's easy. I mean, Luna Visage forms a pretty solid core for that tri-lane, but if they could just kill off Dread repeatedly and prevent him from leveling, Disruptor will be not doing much of anything at all.
No. Then he has to have, or then Power Range basically has to make a mistake of standing so grouped up that Dread can land all his spells perfectly. That is the only way, if he gets behind on levels, that he can make something happen. But we'll see, though. I have to say, because I kind of wouldn't be too sad about the tri-lane meeting each other on behalf of Relax, because they've got a pretty good counter-aggressive team. They're not the ones to initiate, but if Power Rangers initiate, then Visage is going to have a lot of stacks, of course, obviously, for a Soul Assumption. Luna has a high burst damage. There can be Kinetic Field to make sure that nobody can get back, so the moment that Power Rangers is overextending, Kinetic Field comes in, and they're boxed in. They can't go anywhere, and that will allow Visage, as well as Luna, to just kill them off.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it should be an interesting game, I think. Like, there's definitely a lot of ways that it can play out. Relax's lineup, we talked a lot about PR's lineup because it's more intriguing.
Yeah.
But Relax's lineup is full of good heroes. All these heroes are good. A lot of the time you can win games just by picking good heroes and just playing normally.
That is true.
I'll go ahead and introduce Relax, I
Okay.
guess. So Shaklo will be in the top as the Doom. It looks like he might end up being in a 1v3 lane, so they might not get the 3v3 they want, but we'll see. Tame My Wild, playing as Carp, is going to be in the middle as the Templar Assassin. And then the tri-lane, which will be going up into the bottom lane, is going to be Dread on the Disruptor. This is Windex on the Visage, and I think this is Yoki on the Luna.
Yeah. And that is everybody on Relax. They'll start on the Dire side. Now, this is a best of 3, so next game they will be on the Radiant side. Power Rangers will then be on the Dire side, but for now they are Radiant with FNG playing his Witch Doctor. A lot of pings coming out from Mr. FNG about where Nature's Prophet is. We've got Moon, Carrie, Vengeful Spirit this game. J4 will play as Earthshaker. In the middle lane it's going to be Scandal standing in for ZXC on the Invoker. And bottom lane it is Nature's Prophet on the safe lane up against a trial lane for himself. And yeah, Nature's Prophet for him. So I normally like Nature's Prophet for Cheshire Cat, and we've seen it work out a number of times. I am quite worried for him in terms of, well, he is up against an aggressive trial lane.
He is. But their
who's the first to
initiation
rotate?
radius is... they might rotate. I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to rotate to try to force the 3v3, but... the fact is, it might not be the easiest thing for Relax to actually kill Cheshire Cat, just because their initiation range is pretty small. And they only actually have one stun, which is a mini stun on Lucent Beam. So
yes.
I think a lot of the time he's just going to be able to TP out.
He should be, especially if he baits out the Lucent Beam beforehand. But then again, it should also be something for Yoki to keep track of, that he knows that he is supposed to save that, as the Treants are not.
But it's not like it
friendly.
puts it on cooldown, right? Like, even if he Lucent Beams, he can just do it again.
True. True.
Dread is going really deep here.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, to be honest. I mean, the harassment comes out. He doesn't go for tower range. And actually, the slow comes out. Cheshire Cat's in a lot of trouble right now. He can try to eat his way through, but he will get picked up. That's first blood on the board. What do you say teleporting out? He's only level 1. In the meantime, at the same time, Doom, Fissured, already has the Maledict on him, is trying to stay alive for as long as he can. He actually ate the creep that heals. He tried to heal himself. Well, Witch Doctor gets a return kill, so first blood does get picked up by Relax.
Yeah,
but both of the offlaners
when you don't even
die.
have teleport, you can't teleport out. And he got baited a little bit. He was like, "Oh man, this Disruptor's an idiot. He's trading hits with me."
He's gonna get dove again. And he didn't spec teleport at level 2 either. He actually only expected at level... Well, he would spec it at level 3. He was ruined for Sprout. Goes down for the second time this game. Visage still taking a bit of a beating here, but... I mean...
Yeah, four or five tower hits, Relax. So that's actually going to chew into their regen a lot. But it's worth it, I think, for another Nature's Prophet kill. Cheshire Cat is like, guys?
Yeah, and you know what? Normally, and Nature's Prophet, you know, he'll get back with a Hand of Midas, but the same thing goes for Doom, actually. So in that case, you can really compare the two heroes, like who is gonna feel the hurt more by being shut down, and I think that's gonna be the Nature's Prophet in this case, because Shaklo is getting some levels on farm with just his Devour, even before he has his Hand of Midas. And it's, well, maybe if he dies again. it's pretty risky for Nature's Prophet. He is
to kill him though.
Yeah, he is rotating towards the jungle though. But Shackle is safe back to his tier 1.
Yeah, I mean Doom is level 1 for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Nature's Prophet, as badly as he's doing, is at least level 3.
Yep, and he finally has teleport. Woohoo!
Oh man, they blocked this camp too. This is brutal. They're ruining Doom's life here. Rotation comes out, so the smoke and the rotation. This is. I was wondering when one team or the other would actually do that. Here we go with Relax now. Going to be Doom, Visage, and Disruptor. What's Disruptor's levels like? He's got 2, so he totally useless.
He's pretty rich as well. I mean, it's
wow,
only
this tower's almost gone.
Yeah.
Not a moment too soon for this rotation. Wow.
It's gonna get denied.
Oh, it's gonna get denied. Yeah. Well, maybe they'll leave it for now.
Yeah, it would be a lot of gold going the way of Power Rangers.
Nope. They're gonna deny it. Okay.
Yeah. Denied or not, I mean, you're still getting a boost in gold in 3.5 minutes into the game, which is not that bad.
It's more the it's more the fact that I feel like this composition from Power Rangers can just constantly rotate around the jungle. Like, where is Doom gonna farm? Period. At any point. Also, the ward war is funny.
Yeah. Instantly counter-warded. Dance and Trance is gonna be sad about that one. That was also their last ward. They placed one in the room spot, as in there's only going to be wards again in 30 seconds. Also, one thing to keep in mind, like, who is like both Luna and Vengeful Spirit are having free farm, slightly in favor of Moon right now because he didn't die for kills. But then again, Moon has got, of course, an assist in this case. So who's going to be able to do most with the farm he's getting? As we have an invisible for Templar Assassin. So before you answer that one, no, Scandal is okay. Scandal is okay.
Yeah, I mean, certainly Luna scales a little better than Vengeful Spirit. Like, no, we can talk all day about Vengeful Spirit carry. Oh, Fissure comes out. They're gonna get a second stun, but he's really deep. I don't know if they can die for this.
No, and in comes Teleport. Cheshire Cat's already here though, and they will still get the Doom, but perhaps Dread.
Easy kills.
Oh, one glimpse coming out. He should have glimpsed maybe Cheshire Cat. Now he'll die himself as well. 2 kills going the way of Power Rangers.
Yeah, Disruptor was not the guy to rotate to actually try to turn that fight around, because Disruptor doesn't do anything at level 2. And he didn't glimpse the Nature's Prophet or anything. He glimpsed somebody else, and it didn't help. I think he glimpsed the Vengeful Spirit. So actually, that's a tier 2 down.
Yes.
This is starting to get a little scary for Relax. Like, yes, Luna, she's not ready yet, and this lineup, the thing about Vengeful Spirit is, like, you don't need a ton of farm to make her useful. I mean, she's already got 3 in the Wave of Terror. That's 5 armor reduction. It's a deceptively strong spell, honestly. Like, oh, and actually they get a kill mid as well.
Yeah, Scandal able to get a solo kill there. Cold Snap coming out, just burning away all the mana also from the Templar Assassin. In the meantime, we might have Dread in a bit of a trouble here. Fissure comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And Dread will get picked up. Very nice. Kinetic Field comes out. Will the box in 3, but it don't really matter.
Okay, but...
yeah, nobody comes there.
That's just the weakness of Disruptor in the laning phase, just being shown right there. Like, Kinetic Field just does not do anything in a situation like that. Like, it's no exaggeration. Like, it's Disruptor. 2 of his spells deal 0 damage, and none of his spells are hard disables. They're all very finicky. So
yeah, and they go for the Templar Assassin. There's no reflection yet. There it is. Finally, and now comes out the Kinetic Field. Kinetic Field is nice as people are trying to run away. FNG is already picked up. Perhaps Moon is in some trouble too, but in comes Scannel. Tornado picks up 2, and that is enough to mark the exit of Moon and his companions. His drums are almost done. Just about 200 gold to go. And I mean, yeah, normally Vengeful Spirit is a support, and the reason why supports are supports is they are strong early game, fall off later on in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you mentioned, like, she is already able to do so much work, and she is getting farm on top of that as well. In terms of net worth, she is highest on the map. Even Luna, who got assists,
Luna.
Who also gets boxed in, has some minus armor, should be living through it all. Yep, but only she is 600 gold away from Venge.
Yeah, only because Moon didn't walk up fast enough. He was buying things at the side shop. They could have very easily gotten that kill with a stun. Interestingly, he went for the 2nd level of Magic Missile over the first point in swap. Carry Venge cares about swap a lot less because swap is usually a suicide thing. Like, you know you're going to die, or you know you're going to be in a lot of trouble, but you get a trade-off. So I get why he didn't skill it, but actually swap would have probably killed the Luna there too.
I think so too. It's yeah, it's interesting from OC to see Venge play it this way, but it's understandable. In comes the Fissure. And that's already going to be Shackle dead from all the damage he's getting while under the effect of the Maledict. The rest was able to walk away from that, but barely. I mean, Shackle
was... But it's a tower.
Yeah, it's...
And Doom is still level 5. He does not have Doom.
And they're going in again. Luna now blocked in by the Sprout. Dance in Trance, able to walk away. The supports live, but the cores are picked up. And the supports live barely. And there's going to be another tower.
This is going to be tower number 5. Like, it's 8 minutes, and Power Rangers has 5 towers.
Oh, what Moon would give now for the swap, but...
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, Templar Assassin is right now the hero on the side of Relax that can maybe put an end to all of this, but she does not have that much farm. Yes, she has got nice last hits. But next to that, it's like she doesn't really have any items. Maybe Courier brings her something? Yeah, she has threads
it's 8 minutes. Like, how much can we expect?
Exactly.
Like, the problem is, like, the complete shutdown in the top lane versus the bottom lane. Like, Nature's Prophet can always just easily jungle, but Doom wasn't able to do it as efficiently because they blocked all of his camps. So now you have a Doom who like, in reality doesn't even have a name because he doesn't have his namesake ability at 9 minutes. Like...
Don't worry, he's back Chain Lightning. He's gonna be able to use that just fine.
Yes. Well, he should rename himself to Chain Lightning because he certainly doesn't have the ability that he's named for.
Nope.
Oh, the EMP on Visage. Visage now doesn't even have the mana for 1 Soul Assumption. There's no way they can win this fight.
A nice Fisher from J4 again. Doesn't block them off completely, but it's enough to slow them down. Roshan goes down. Aegis von Moon. And that's already the Venge dead. Or sorry, the Templar Assassin. That Chakla will soon follow suit with one more hit. Invoker will do that one. And it will be Luna to be the one core hero to run. I think this is gonna get called real soon as well. They can't deal with this. They don't have the lineup. And now with an Aegis still on Moon, I mean, yay. They got a kill on the Witch Doctor. Congratulations.
Oh, Dread.
Are you really diving that far? Oh yeah, Cheshire Cat. Oh, he actually gets helped. Look at that. Friendly.
How does he get help? Oh, because he doesn't die from the tower damage?
Yeah, he just got glimpsed back after the kill. It's friendly. But that's everybody dead apart from the Visage, I think, live.
Oh, check out this mana-efficient healing. Who needs a mechanism?
Nobody does.
It just says Urn and Voodoo Restoration, and it's enough to keep this push going indefinitely. Yeah, this lineup's very next level. I like it.
50% mana regen. OP. There's still no swap, by the way. Level 8, no swap. And all he has is drums and treads, right? Seriously.
I know. That's the thing about Venge. Venge is... That's Venge for you.
And phase and drums for the Invoker. We don't even have a Blink Dagger for Earthshaker, and they are already dominating this game. The gold grab is 10k gold in their favor.
I wish one of those drums was the best item in the game, but it's okay. 2 drums is alright too. Like it. Yeah. It's okay.
It is.
I mean, drums is move speed, that's why it's so fun. Whereas best item in the game doesn't give move speed yet.
I am confused. Is the best item in the game still Veil? Okay,
yeah. It's still Veil.
You know, it could have been
good on this team.
The Rod of AY 2000, you never know.
Oh, Atos is the second best item in the
game. Oh, okay, sorry, I was confused there.
You know Veil buffs Maledict damage too, right?
Yep, it does. But, I mean, they still have an Aegis. And you know, this point is going to be the hardest part in the game for Power Rangers, because going high ground is, of course, something different than just taking out all the towers and just guiding Relax around. But tier 3 towers are going to be something that Relax really needs to defend.
Certainly. You can't go Rax down at 12 minutes. It's
you can't come back from that. That's like
even just the lost farm alone is like hundreds of thousands of gold over the course of a game. Well, tens of thousands, but I mean, that's definitely what Power Rangers are going to be striving for, though. Like, yeah, this lineup's amazing early game, like really, really, really strong, but certainly Luna, given a lot of time, will still do a lot of work against you, especially BKB, like, destroys this lineup.
And Doom as well, who, by the way, is going for the mechanism for his team, and who, by the way, made it to level 6. Yep.
What a champ.
Earthshaker now does have himself the Blink Dagger, so they are rotating all bottom. They still have that Aegis for a little while longer, and you know what can Relax do? They don't have Visage at level 6, so he only has Soul Assumptions, no birds. Dread no level 6, so no silence, no Static Storm. And Luna, I mean level 9, great, but level 1 Eclipse, and I don't think it's going to be doing enough damage to really stop Power Rangers from doing anything. The slow comes out on Moon, some damage coming out, but it's like they're not committing. They're just hoping for Power Rangers to back off. But Power Rangers, why would they? In comes the damage carp, already puts on the refraction. In comes the Witch Doctor ult, and indeed the Maledict is enough. Dread's gonna get picked up as well. And that's already 2 down. And what did they lose? Nothing. Maybe Witch Doctor ult, I guess.
Not even
Death
the
Ward
Aegis.
is there. But they still have an Aegis. The heal was there from the mechanism and from the restoration heal thing.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, the thing is, he has
GG
3.5 mana regen, and restoration only costs 8 mana a second, so he can keep it running pretty much indefinitely.
Yeah.
And there it is, the GG.
Yeah, and I mean, we might have started 30 minutes later than anticipated, but we're back on schedule, people. We're back on schedule.
Thank you, based Power Rangers, for putting us back on schedule.
13 minutes game. So strong.
Yeah. 13 minutes, 13 kills, 13-ish towers.
What should Relax have done differently? Like, assuming same draft, what could they have done?
They didn't think it was a assuming the draft.
Yeah, this draft.
No, run the tri-lane top, safe lane tri-lane, and just tried to like pull with Disruptor and stuff and counter ward the ward block.
Fair enough, and then put Doom
like,
up
it's not
against
fun, but dominating a Nature's Prophet was so much less important for Power Ranger strat than dominating the Doom was for Relax, because without Doom, they couldn't do anything, because they couldn't shut down a critical component of the combo lineup. So I don't know, I think they needed to try to get the 3v3 as well, even if it's not like... It's still a hard lane, but I don't know.
Well, we're gonna see
they
if...
just got surprised.
Yeah, they did. We're gonna see a Relax can force out a third game, because we're gonna go to the second game of this best of 3 of the winners bracket finals, and of course you are watching the Yard Wide Festival. We will be right back with another game of Dota 2. Don't go anywhere.